Hello and welcome back to a Legionary's life, where I am doing my high virtue run. Like I said before, I already have a couple of runs under my belt, so things have become considerably easier. I'm here to show you off the choices you want to make, the events where you want to pass the checks, and how to get those highly valued civic and mural crowns. Yeah, we're in part 5 now. We have our character here, and we're ready to do a bit more training. We got promoted in the previous episode at the start of the Africa campaign. That's pretty good. We don't have that much cash, but that's fine. Let's start training. I don't really need to focus on anything because both of our stats are pretty good, but I still want to practice the javelin for a bit. And this is another one of those checks that I was talking about in the previous episode that just randomly happen if your stats are high and you have high virtue. Your soldiers see you as a reliable and just leader. So this is where having high virtue pays off, for one part at least. I will show off why it pays off in my low virtue runs as well. But for high virtue run, this is one of the parts where that really benefits you. Of course, my opinion of Troop and Centurion is already at the max, but that's still something that happens. So if you have high virtue, that kind of stuff happens. And here again, with high charisma, high intelligence, you know, every time the Centurion Prior is not present and you have command of the maniple, he knows he can rely on you completely. This kind of stuff will happen very often. I don't know why it happens so often, because there's no need to, because we already have maximum of those. Oh, wow, I got the wrong one. Let's do this. The rest, yeah, I could do with higher constitution. But let's move on. Let's skip this. We've already seen that plenty of times. Thick Falcon rolls the fleet. Let's cheer our men up. And opinion troop increases by 3. And this part. Your first raid through the surrounding countryside meet little to no resistance. Eventually, the detachment your maniple is part of comes across a modest town. Your next target is surrounded by a tall fence, although calling it a wall would be an overstatement. Let's lead the assault. You're among the first to climb the fence. 5 years ago, you took part in the successful storming of New Carthage. This is nothing by comparison. That's what you keep telling yourself. Before you reach the top, 2 militiamen try to stop you. Right. Apparently 2 expert militiamen. I've seen the level of these guys increase from regular militiamen to 1 regular, 1 expert, and now it's 2 expert. It probably has to do with your rank that you have at this point, but I still think it's pretty interesting. The level of these troops scale with something, and it's probably your rank. I'm just gonna knock here and then try to finish that guy off. You want to try and finish off these guys quickly. if you can. I think you have 10 turns to finish these guys off. And if you do it in between that time, you will get extra benefit. Like this. The ease and speed with which you've dispatched the militiamen is impressive. European troop has increased by 3, Centurion 3, and Proconsul 2. If you don't dispatch them within those 10 turns, you don't get a penalty. It's just that nothing happens. They'll tell you, oh, you're just a bit slow. But yeah, that's what happens if you're quick. Troops are busy looting all around you. See a couple of suitable places to start. Getting into the large building doesn't do anything. At least I haven't seen it. Maybe with a low virtue. But we're going to enter the house on our right. And there is an awareness check here, which we pass. And then we can hear almost a noticeable noise from behind a couple of empty barrels. Saying nothing, you get closer, you see 2 kids hiding there. Before you can react, a loud sound from the other side of the cellar makes you turn around. A woman comes out of her hiding place. She's surrendering to you. You meet her gaze. She knows you've discovered her children behind the barrels. Her eyes are begging you not to reveal what you found. We can grant her wish, giving you much virtue. Warn the others of your find. We'll give you opinion troop, if I'm not mistaken. Let's grant the wish. You're deeply affected by this woman's sacrifice. When she understands that her children are safe, she quietly lets the other soldiers take her upstairs. I've already been talking about this, I believe. The first time I read this, I thought she was going to get raped. Like I said, we're going to help the kids and increasing that virtue even higher. It's really the best choice you can do there to get that virtue up. We're being ambushed. This is also at least an interesting one. We're being ambushed and we're in trouble. Volley of spears rains down on your right flank. Your prompt reaction keeps you safe. You must repel them. So there are 3 options here. And if you're an Opcho, we can only stay in the ranks or go straight for the leader. If you're a Centurion by this point, we have a 3rd option, which is leading the group, keep the ranks in close order, and resist till help comes. This is exactly the same as staying the ranks. I believe you might get like morale +2 or something. A very, very minor bonus that it's really not worth going for, I think. So really the only good option is to go straight for the leader. Before you can reach him, 2 of his men are in your way. Okay, we had a high chance to hit there, but these guys are also pretty susceptible to shield charges. Okay, I guess a missed torso hit will do too. Let's start knocking them down. I'm just gonna focus on this guy. These are pretty easy. You don't have to worry too much about them. Wow. Come on. I really need to dispose of him. Okay. Now I'll recover. Yeah, that's fine. You can take your time here too. There's no time penalty for this battle. So once you finished off one of the infantrymen, you might just as well play it safe and make sure that you don't take any damage here by forcing him to keep trying to get his stance back up. Alright, so they are disposed of. There's no chance to rest. Do you still want to go after the leader? Yes. He coldly stares at you as you approach. Now this one is a bit more difficult. And why is that? We actually don't recover any of our tiredness. That means that we start off this battle being moderately tired. And this guy is not as easy as the other ones. It's not bad, but the most danger comes from you becoming too tired here, actually. Especially if stuff like this happens. Okay, let's try with the shield charge. I need to take him down in as Nope, no. The problem here is that if this drags out too long, I'm going to have to use a tactic which is very tedious. It will win me the battle, but it's just not enjoyable to look at. But it seems like I might have no choice here, because he just keeps resisting everything. And or recovering. Okay, let's go for charge. Okay. Do we have enough? Yeah. Probably. Okay. Let's knock. No, never mind. Okay. Neck is a pretty low chance anyway, but let's try it. Okay, good. Like I said, I need to kill him as fast as possible here, because we get too tired otherwise. And we get some nice equipment from him as well. It's definitely worth it to try and attack him. As soon as you kill their leader, your comrades force the enemy skirmishers to fall back. You've gained some respite, but it's not over yet. A large unit of heavy spearmen is closing on you. Your Tubeson keeps calling the cavalry. By the gods, where are they? After you've killed the skirmishers' leader, your unit had time to reposition itself on more favorable ground. Once again, you get ready to repel the assault. This is probably the only battle where the enemy has a adverse terrain penalty. Not many others. I think this is the only one. Either way, we have a pretty good chance with the charge here. Of course, that wasn't going to go over well. And now this happens. I believe this is only one round, this battle. So, I still want to give it all I got. Torso will... wow. Torso will suit me just fine. Thought I would deal more than 1 damage, but I was mistaken. Nope. No, it's... okay, come on. Perfect. Let's go for the neck. No. Let's go for the neck. Still can. Still have a shot. Come on, deal some more damage. Nope. No. The game doesn't want me to kill him. I guess it's over. Let's go for the leg. There's a lull in the fighting. You might take this chance to fall back and recover. As a centurion, you're expected to lead your soldiers in battle for as long as possible. Do you want to fall back? No, I don't actually. If you stay in place in the front line, and we actually get higher opinion troop and higher opinion proconsul, so that's not bad, and we can keep fighting. I believe this this battle has only 1 round if you're not centurion, but we can of course continue here with this. So we have the chance to kill more guys, which is, I guess, always good for your score, unless you're absolutely terrible at die rolling, which is the most important skill you can have, of course, in this game. As you can see here, it might be that doing an extra round might be worth nothing at all if things don't go well. Come on. Keep going. Finish him. Great. They still have the height disadvantage, so that's at least working for us. Maybe if we get lucky, we might be able... Nope. No, never mind. Okay, okay. Maybe if this is a good hit. Come on! Ah, come on, really? There's a lull in the fighting. You might take this chance to fall back and recover. As a centurion, you're expected to lead your soldiers in battle. Do you want to fall back? No. No, I don't. We're getting quite tired, though. Let's start with a regular... regular failure. Okay, let's go. Nope. Second time. Okay, come on. Really? Can we at least kill one? Maybe. I mean, I am very tired. That also plays a big part in it by this stage. Let's go for the leg. Is that... Okay, arm is highest percentage chance, and we still missed. Just want to say to this character... Come on. Almost. We're not gonna get another chance at killing any of these guys, so... Probably best off doing it while I have the chance. Alright, shield charge. Failure again. Seems also like those shield charges feel exceptionally much, even though they're supposed to be like... Okay. Very high chance. Either way, the battle is over. Yeah, the hoofbeats are approaching. We kick their ass. And our brave action against the leader of the enemy light infantry is rewarded. We get 3 cups. And our skills increase again. We get another silver armilla. Great. So we already have 2 silver armillas, 1 bronze, and 5 cups so far. Not the best, but not bad either. I've seen better. With relatively high stats except for javelin throwing. But we're outgrowing the exercise. Come on. We can still do this. If it says you're hardly outgrowing it, oh, that means you have kind of like a 30% chance still. So it shouldn't be that bad. Okay, we haven't seen this one before. There are a couple of guys that are coming. Their leader, barrel-chested officer, keeps taunting you. He's trying to provoke you to a fight. He and his men are holding the high ground. A frontal assault would cost you a lot and bring little benefit. If this guy is half as skilled as he is confident, he's a deadly opponent. We can challenge him to a duel on even ground or keep silent. Let's challenge him to a duel. He's certainly eager to accept. He descends to meet you halfway. You can't help but notice he's surprisingly agile. Instead of his spear, he's holding a large axe. Let's throw the javelin and miss. As barrel-chested officer. Now, this is depending on your luck, which is extremely bad in my case. Okay. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go for the neck. I should have equipped better equipment before this battle, I guess, indeed, but... Okay, I think the leg will be fine now. Okay, he's dead, good. This will cost me a lot of morale, but at least I survived. The officer looks at you in shock right before collapsing. The spearmen are devastated by the loss of their bold leader. They retreat in silence while your maniple is celebrating. We get a cup. Let's equip that other stuff right now. This one doesn't do a whole lot. It's actually a lot worse. But the reinforced linen cuirass is a lot better. So let's wear that. And as for the sword, we can have a better sword here, so let's wield that as well. The greaves, my greaves are already fine enough. So with this money, I could technically search for a bit. And this chainmail is a lot better, although the anti-armor resistance is lower. Low material quality for a chainmail. But because it has leg protection and arm protection, I guess I still want to buy it. I have nothing better to do with my money anyway. Okay. Need to increase my constitution. This really only increases by 4, huh? Yeah, the problem is that the higher your intelligence, the less morale you get from sacrificing to the gods. So you want to watch out for that. Well, there's not a whole lot you can do, technically. I mean, you either have high intelligence or you don't in this game. You could choose not to have high intelligence, but I don't think it's worth it to have low intelligence just to get more morale from sacrificing to the gods, because all those intelligence checks are going to be important. Where is that? Okay, down here. Now, to be honest, I am actually looking for one specific event that can occur here in these fields, and it would be a shame to miss it entirely. I guess it could be that we don't get it, but let's actually do some leisure here. Not workout. I want to still relax. And with this, you can either also get... The senior centurion praises you in front of the commander. Your opinion proconsul is increased by 1. That also can happen now, which is also pretty funny. You've been besieging Adaga for some time. It's holding out. Yeah, the spies are leaving. Okay, let's do a bit of this training as well. During today's sparring session, Lucius Junius is willing to bet 5 denarii against anyone who is inclined to challenge him. He's a standard bearer and an exceptional swordsman. 2 soldiers step forward, and after a measuring look, Junius decides to fight them both at the same time. The ease with which he defeats them is unsettling. As the beaten challengers step out, massaging their aching limbs, Junius asks if there's anyone else who wants to give it a try. Let's accept the challenge. Junius remarks that he won't hold back just because you outrank him. For your check, you were expecting nothing less. You face each other, wooded practice at the ready. Let's go on the offensive. Fail weapon check. Junius blocks your attempts with amazing easiness, then he strikes back. Okay. I mean, I've been on the other side of that. I guess didn't pass it this time. Oh well. It's unfortunate. As long as our health is doing fine now. Okay, good. Come on. Yeah, the progress of us training is slowing down, even for those ones. Just means that we're not going to be able to improve it that much anymore. Let's just continue here. And negotiations are taking place between Scipio and the enemy leaders. Let's skip that. A couple of days later, delegations prepare to leave for Syphax's camp. You and several other centurions have been selected for an unusual mission. You'll disguise as servants and go with the envoys, trying to observe and learn as much as possible of the enemy's weaknesses. If you're an Optio at this point, you just see these centurions moving, and now we're actually one of them. The journey to King Syphax's camp is short and uneventful. As the talks go on, you set you set to your vital task. We can keep a low profile or wander about the enemy camp, take risks to learn as much as possible. We'll do the lowest one. Charisma and intelligence check. You manage to see much of the camp without ever raising suspicion. You even make a few friends amongst the Numidians, no matter how little you can communicate. And another awareness and intelligence check. You learn a great deal about the disposition of the camp and its vulnerabilities. The exits, how guard duty is arranged, how long it would take to reach Hasdrubal's camp. Your opinion pro council is increased by 5. And if you want to get the achievement, learn everything there is to learn about the Numidian camp, this is where you get it. Passing these checks and being a centurion prior will allow you to get that. So that's basically what you want to do here. Here is where you get that trophy. Or achievement. Not trophy, that's PlayStation. Several days pass as embassies keep visiting the Numidian camp. The negotiations never amount to anything concrete. Oh well. Scipio summons a Council of War, and we're gonna do battle because we are going towards the Carthaginian camp, and we've seen this battle before. It's basically just a massacre, but also the chance to get kills on Carthaginian levy soldiers. It will be shared kills, but be kills nonetheless. What I personally find works best for this this battle is to do shield knocks. Of course, even with the high chance, you can still fail that. Let's recover to full. But after doing a shield knock, you can just as well kill them. So again, the shield knock has a very high chance of succeeding and a very high morale drop for them. So I'm just going to do that twice. Make sure that he can protect himself very well. And my assailants should be able to damage and or kill him while he can't recover. This is actually pretty sad, because they're doing quite poorly. But we still get a couple of kills in. I don't think you need to worry too much about what's going on here. Well, I mean, if you want to get the highest score, you, I guess, might feel bad about not passing all those supposed 90% chance rolls. Come on. Kill him. What are you doing? Why don't they go for the neck? I guess because you missed. Kill him. Alright, let's charge. Alright, no, there's no turn. Okay. Yeah. You intercept a small clutch of people trying to sneak away in the shadows. There are 5 men, their faces and clothes are covered in soot and blood. They're scared and unwilling to fight. Initiative, or intelligence and awareness check. The leader is a man in his 40s. Even under the dirt, you can see his clothes do not belong to a common person. His manners are typical of a man used to command obedience. You have a hunch he's someone important. Centurion seems inclined to having killed and be done with it. Let's tell the suspicions. I've had moments where you actually don't have to do this as an optio, but I'm unclear why this check reoccurs if you're a centurion. But yeah, really no clue there. At the very least, we do get all of these. As we did before, get another silver Armilla. We haven't had any gold ones yet, which you can get here as well, but I'm not 100% sure yet as to how you get those gold Armillas. Might be that you have to kill more people? I don't know, really. It could have been promoted, but there's no place available. Again, and at this point, I believe that your ability to get promoted is actually slightly random, as I've actually seen myself get promoted to a higher rank, in this case, in some instances in the story, like, what would happen is I would be at a certain point in the story, and sometimes I would get promoted to the highest rank, and sometimes I would not. And it would say there's no place available. But on other playthroughs, at that exact same time within the game, there was a place available. And that's very confusing. So it must be that there are also some parts where it's random whether you get promoted or not. I don't know anymore. Let's offer the sacrifice. Ooh, 20. Let's do some gym workout. Try to get that constipation. Or just constitution. Whatever floats your boat. That was not a great movement by me. Going through all of those bushes. Or forests. Same old bush everywhere. So if these peasants keep throwing nervous glances at you, there's something amiss with this settlement. You give order to close ranks just moments before our men emerge from the surrounding dwellings. An ambush! Their volley of missiles is frustrated by your shield wall. They close in, but you won't be an easy prey. No. But... if you miss your rolls, then we're gonna be easy prey regardless. Alright, back to square one. Let's go for the neck. Let's go for the neck. I mean, there's absolutely no way I'm gonna take damage from this guy, so it's pretty much just about how often can I miss the roll. Maybe I'm gonna... No, I'm not gonna take damage. Just how often can I miss the roll and how long is this gonna take? Because he has no chance of dealing any damage. Yeah, sure. Only 3 villages, huh? Alright, we leave the marching column for a call of nature. You're about to pass through some shrubs that line the trail when you notice a small number of red stones casually arranged on the ground, a marker of some sort. When you get past the vegetation, you see a small hollow trunk. There's no way to look inside. Let's reach down. You grab something, an envelope. It's full of coins. Not your currency, of course, but roughly the equivalent of 100 denarii. This is not part of a large loot, but you can hang on to it without consequence. Still smiling to yourself, you rejoin your group after a little while. Let's continue, and let's skip this. I believe this is going to be another important part. We can volunteer to scout the surrounding area. Let's volunteer. You leave camp with Publius Arius, your introspective mate. We meet the 2 young Carthaginians. Let's scare them off with our swordsmanship, which is enough to break his nerve. Our troops like us and our virtue increased by 5. Now, the next day, there's a large skirmish, and light infantry is harassing your left flank, pinning you down. Ahead of your right, you notice a small group of retreating velites. They're in serious trouble, and again, we need to leave the formation, run out at their assailants. Cover the short distance as fast as you can, immediately shift their attention close to you. Virtue is increased by 12. So we're gonna kill these guys, and... It shouldn't be that big of a challenge, I think. There are 5 of them. We've passed this before and we've only gotten stronger afterwards. The only thing that can potentially stop me here are, well, bad rolls, but okay. Like I said, the only thing that can stop me here are bad rolls. This might take some time. And then of course you keep missing your turn. Let's go. Okay. Here we are. Let's do another torso attack. Took me long enough. Also, I still have to fight other battles after this. I don't want to lose too much of my health. Did we just miss our turn again? Man. Alright, 3 left to go. This one is most tired. I'm gonna go after this one. Because there's benefit in letting him become at least slightly more exhausted, whereas this guy probably won't have that. Anyhow. Alright. I'm really surprised they were able to whack me on the head, but and again, come on. I have to say, I haven't had such a bad run in a very, very long time. It's just, I know it's random, but it kind of sucks. Because when you're trying to show off, obviously you want to do as good as possible, trying to become a real hero. And then this happens. Oh well. Let's go for the head. Let's keep going. Nope. And then of course skipping your turn. Great. And then he gets double. Come on. And missing our turn again. Believe the chance of me missing my turn is less than 5%. By this time I'm also already quite tired, which doesn't help. Finally. Man, that took a long time. Judging by the rage with they fought, they must have been survivors of the fires near Utica. You can be sure they weren't green recruits. There'll be a cavalry guy. But this time we pass. We make it just in time before run over by a Carthaginian horseman. He thanks us, and we get the 5 cups, the civic crown that I've already showed off previously as well, but there it is. At least we regain our Stats. Opposite you, there's a unit of Celtiberian mercenaries. They haven't seen much action until now, but even in the few clashes they've been involved in, they proved to be high-quality troops, even better than average professionals. That Hasdrubal Gisco managed to secure the help even in Roman-controlled Hispania is a testament to his brilliant organizational skills. You're facing each other in silence. In the distance, you see their chieftain, an intimidating-looking warrior in his chainmail armor. Now, normally, you wouldn't be able to do much, but as a centurion, we can challenge the chieftain to single combat. You step forward and issue your challenge. He accepts with a howl of defiance. As he sprints forward, his spear flies at an alarming speed, but you're skillfully deflected. Let's throw our own and hit him in the groin. But his armor protected him. That's okay. Here we go. Seems like this is gonna take a while. Or not so long if he kills me before and keeps recovering. Yep. The problem is we get tired more easily than he does because respite or recovering only takes up one tiredness, and actually trying to get rid of his... Nope. No, this is... Yeah, let's just do it the nasty way then. The very boring and long way, which is basically just recovering and trying to get less tired. So I'm just gonna skip through this and quickly go ahead because this is gonna be very dull and very boring. Alright, got him, but nearly got killed myself. Well, at least we did it. A roar goes up from the ranks of your maniple. You have defeated an impressive foe today. Nothing relevant happens until the Tube consents to retreat. Once more, the two sides return to their camps. And we do have very low health at this point. We regain 2. And that's actually pretty tough because we have 7 health. So we have to be pretty careful here. And I think really, really play it safe. So against these guys, shield or charges also work quite well. But I definitely want to make sure that they have little to no stance. I want to keep that low, really. Whew, I'm glad that round is over. And Syphax has fled. And there's only one enemy left. And we got a gold Armilla. And in recognition of our efforts and achievements, we've been promoted to Centurio Prior. Nice. Well, there's only one very, very tough challenge left in the final chapter here. We're gonna suffer a bit with our health. I'm gonna try to get that constitution a bit up together with coordination. Again, I'm actually gonna take off the griefs here, and I'm also gonna take off the helmet is fine, I think, but I definitely want the griefs off in order to get once again higher quickness. I don't need... No, I actually do need awareness. Let's take off the helmet. And sell some stuff. I need to equip the potentially better blade as well. Yeah, it's not just potentially, it is better. It has less handiness, but it has much higher lowest damage and higher anti-armor. I guess it's fine. And then sell the rest. Oh, not the helmet though. I'll need it later. And not the grease either. Let's see if there's something useful. Probably not. No. Uh-oh, I'm already at the event. This part of the country is at the mercy of Rome's legion. Several cities surrender without a fight. Not every city, though. The one in front of you stands defiantly against your besieging army. Today you will storm the city walls. Wherever you look, men are at work building ladders. Getting the right length can be a difficult task. Let's have our say. Your rank carries weight. They listen to you. The ladders are ready. Only the field test will tell if your evaluation was right or direly wrong. The advance towards the city. The assault begins. The defenders do what they can to thwart your action as the ladders are propped up against the walls. Intelligence and awareness check. You did an outstanding job. Their length is perfect. The assault will be easier. European troop has increased. The European tribunes, which we haven't seen before, actually. So it's kind of weird that this is there. If you are the highest centurion, I guess they already put this in there, because this is... the tribunes is higher than proconsul. So I don't know what they're going to do with it. Obviously it's an early access and there will still be another Macedonian campaign, but this is also in there. The first man over the wall will receive a mural crown, one of the most highly regarded awards in the army. As a senior centurion in the maniple, you should count on the help of your men. Let's go for the mural crown. You try to be the first over the wall. Charisma check. Your men are doing their best to help you. They could make the difference. Let's climb at breakneck speed. Quickness, coordination and awareness check. You're so quick and nimble they can't take aim from the ramparts. You've almost reached the top. A bunch of defenders is ready to repel you. Fighting from this position is going to be extremely difficult. Yeah, so we have very adverse terrain. And we have a timer on this. We need to kill them quickly, which is what I'm gonna try to do. And there are a lot of them. And things are not going well right from the get-go. That's wonderful. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, it's a high percentage chance, so. And yeah, you need to be pretty quick. There are actually quite a lot of assailants here. And again, we have the tribunes that actually like me if I kill these guys, and we haven't seen that before yet. Alright, let's go for the head. Okay, this guy's a helmet. Actually worth noting. I didn't see it before. I'm gonna try and kill this one then first. That's the easiest for now, and then I'll switch back to the other expert militiaman because I have to go for torso or groin on that one. Which is lower damage. Wow, that sucks. Again, an expert militiaman. I'm quite curious here as well because, again, I've had instances where you meet mostly regular militiamen, but now it seems to be expert mostly. This guy also doesn't have a helmet, but I'm gonna have to finish him off anyway. Let's just go for the groin. I mean, I'm not doing very well here. Come on. Yeah, even I get tired of these rolls sometimes. It's just it's unbelievable. Like wasting 5 or so turns and then this again, and I'm gonna have to recover, which luckily passes, but still. Come on, you have a pretty decent chance of hitting. Okay, let's go for another groin. Okay, finally he's gone. Please give me a regular militiaman this time. I would appreciate it. I can go for the head on this one. Thank you. I would like to finish this within 30 turns ideally, but I don't think I'm gonna make that. No, definitely not if we get yet another militiaman. Okay, well, maybe this is the last one. I did go at breakneck speed. Maybe I'll still get it. As soon as the last enemy is dispatched and the top of the wall is secure, you look around. Yes. Oh, we're lucky. No one else has made it to the top yet. You're the first. Your opinion troop has increased by 5. Opinion tribunes has increased by 7. And pro-consul by 4. The last remaining resistance is broken. The city is yours to take. You're awarded a mural crown along with a magnificent prize. Yeah, I don't care for the money. But that was the event. Although now I do care for the money because now I can buy this thing. What does it do? I have this one equipped, but this one gives me more protection. Less arm protection though, but this one is a lot better. Yes, it's probably the best item I can buy in the game. Oh, let's leave that. And then I'll put back on the helmet. And the greaves. There we are. Actually, I have a 42% chance of a bullseye. Not bad. Either way, that was another one of the very important events. So we have 2 Civic Crowns and a Muro Crown. So those are all the, at least highly valued awards. Gold Armillas, of course, also. But yeah, those are the ones that you really want to look out for. And definitely the toughest to get as well. That means that we can now take it relatively easy on the gym. Basically all the difficult parts of the game are now over, which sounds horrible, but just gotta be honest. Yeah. Okay, my constitution is a lot higher now, and also my health. I'm quite happy with that. I can try to do some sparring besides. There's still a chance that we'll get those stats a little bit higher. It doesn't really matter that much anymore. He's not the most disciplined. We can use 4. You're astoundingly good. Even Falcidius is impressed. It's beautiful. It's just a story that we've seen before. And a fast fire blazes in the night. People are running away from it. Punics, enemies. Yes, enemies. They run towards you unarmed, unaware of your presence. You wait, sword in hand, and suddenly they wear the faces of your companions, the one who were with you in Espana, and the ones who share your camp now, even people you knew back in Rome. You wake up, another nightmare. You wonder if they will ever end, but you know the answer. Your grandfather's younger brother was a centurion at the time of the First War. You remember his tales. Those memories will keep living inside your mind for as long as you breathe. You turn on your side and try to get some more sleep before dawn. Okay. And another one of these. There's still one event that I want to get here. I hope I'll get it. Obviously, it's random, so you don't know whether you'll get it ever. Come on. It's an event in one of the towns with a villa. No, that's not the one. Yeah. Carthaginian Horseman. Okay, last ambush. No. Okay, we get to kill another one of these guys. Once one of these charges actually hits, wonder how long it's gonna take. I'm just gonna keep doing this because that's like a 60% chance. No, 4th try. I hate it where it hurts. Yeah, thanks. Could give it back. Could. Nope, no event. Unfortunate. There's an event, maybe I get to show it off in my low morale run. There's an event where you find a villa with a guy guarding it, and you can fight him and take his very good equipment. But you gotta be lucky enough to get the event in the first place. Damn. 78 and 80. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Last part. We have to split up our party. We're gonna capture these guys. We've seen that before in a previous episode. And again, the tribunes like us a lot, but there's nothing we can do with the tribunes. Okay. And we're very close to the enemy now. And there's no agreement. We're eager for battle. Alright. The wings are protected by the cavalry. I'm just going to start talking now. Messina leads his Numidian warriors on the right, while Laius is in command of your Telexosi on the left. You wait. There's nothing else you can do. The lull is interrupted when the elephants start advancing. You wonder how it must feel to the soldiers in the first line. When the large animals are close enough, a deafening noise raises from the sides. Every horn and trumpet in the hands of your cavalry is blown. It seems to work. The elephants are unsettled by the racket. Some of them turn away and run off of their own. The rest keep advancing towards the center. The Velites fall back, opening the wide gaps between the maniples of the Hastati. The elephants are lured in, while the Velites keep attacking them with their javelins. They're approaching your line. It's not the first time you've met these fearsome beasts. You still remember your close encounter at Ilipa. You stand your ground. You keep banging your shield with the sword as you've been instructed to do. The elephants keep away from the noise while your Velites go on dealing with them. At last they move past and disappear beyond the rear. The danger is over, for the moment. You notice your cavalry is no longer there. They must have charged when you were dealing with the elephants. At a signal, the Astati close the gaps and start moving forward. You do the same and follow. You stop at a distance when they engage something. The Carthaginian first line. You keep ready, not knowing what's going on. At one point they start advancing again as if their opponents were retreating. Then they suddenly come to an abrupt halt. Their line is losing cohesion under what must be a powerful shock. You have to make a decision and quickly. We can lead our maniple forward and help the Astati, or stand back and cheer the Astati on. This is only a battle if you are actually a centurion. We're gonna lead the maniple forward and help the Astati. Every moment counts. You order your advance, order to fight. Bodies, weapons, and shield are scattered about. The ground is slippery. Whatever has been going on here, it's been even more brutal than usual. Coordination check. You manage to keep your balance, but in the ensuing chaos, you become separated from the ranks. Two enemies jump on you without wasting time. We have to defeat 2 Carthaginian levy soldiers by ourselves. Charge is a pretty good bet here. And I'm gonna afterwards go for the neck. Try to finish one off quickly. And then play it safe with the other one. Of course, if they keep recovering or keep being protected by the armor, it's not as quick. Neck can still work. Okay, let's go for the leg. No, it's not in the cards. Come on. Another one. One last hit. We'll do it. The arm. Yeah. You got me, game. You got me. Alright, let's kill him now. It's gonna keep playing it safe here. There's no time limit. And it's not over yet, but at least... yeah, this is an endurance battle now. But these guys are fairly easy. The biggest trouble is our own tiredness. And, of course, the die roll. And again, I have a 2.2% chance, supposedly, to miss a turn. And this is the second one. Let's just recover. Finish him off. Eventually, enemy formation starts breaking apart. Good. The opposite line is broken, but the clash left you untidy and partially scattered. Your cavalry and the enemy are nowhere to be seen. And mounted Roman high officers ride from side to side, the right shouting orders. Your maniple has to fall back and move to the right wing, but it's a difficult maneuver given the situation. Let's do as we are told. Pass, charisma check. Your contribution is crucial. Your maniple is regrouped, and after a speedy march, it takes its place on the right wing. Tribunes, again, +3, proconsul +2. Your mental attributes have not improved. Now you form a single line along with the Hastati and the Triari. Blood and corpses cover the ground that separates you from the Punics. You advance. Your legionaries are hardened soldiers, but walking over mutilated corpses before facing the enemy is an appalling experience. Your men take heart. Their expression is a mask of grim determination after talking to them. Again, the tribunes don't know what it does. Experience sharpens your mind. And we're gonna battle. Your ancestors at Lake Regilius centuries ago. The men who broke the warlike Samnites like Aquilonia. And many of your companions recognize the equipment of the enemy standing opposite you. On the left of Hannibal's last line. They are Bruttians. After Cannae, many of their cities switched sides and went to Hannibal. Let's keep cool. You keep your temper in check and stay focused on the imminent struggle. So otherwise, you face Carthaginian expert or something. We'll see them later as well. But now we fight Bruttian warriors. So this is actually an easier battle than if you were to fail moving to the side, and yeah, this is a lot easier, I think. But depends, really. Okay, there we go. Come on, finish him. Really happy to, in the end, still be able to finish him off there. Against these guys, I need to do an initial charge instead of a knock, which makes it a bit harder than a previous battle. Still, I should be able to get in plenty of kills. Oh, come on. Unless, of course, and that happens. Let's keep going here. Pretty much on the same tour as we did previously. No, let's hit him in the groin. It's easier. Didn't matter. Let's go for the torso. It's really not that hard to hit him in the head. Alright, another round against the Bruttian warriors. I think, yeah. We're getting tired, so that's also something to worry about. And we were doing quite well at first, but now... Alright, let's just go for it. Never mind. Finally. Oh yeah, I was already thinking, why is it such a low chance? But it's because we're tired. Okay, groin is still good. We can finish him off. Torso, good. Okay, this last one, we won't be able to do anything. I'm just gonna respite. I believe this is the final battle. If you don't rotate, I believe it's always 3 battles, and otherwise it's 2. That's, from what I've seen, that's the way it is. The Brettians are fighting bravely, you must admit it. To your dismay, a unit of African veterans come to their aid. These are the men that followed Hannibal through endless years of hardships and triumphs. His finest troops. Ah yeah, Hannibal's veteran. We've recovered a bit, but we're still up for 1 round against Hannibal's veterans. Yeah, maybe we can finish off one of them. That would be nice. It's less... It's less likely now, of course, that we're so tired, and here we go. I'm not even gonna try recover, because it's not gonna work. I have the sensation that we're not gonna be able to finish off any of them. Nope, no, it's not gonna happen. Oh well, I tried. That also means that my score probably won't be that high. I've been having luck with the events, yes, but not actually so much with the battles, I think. I think it could have definitely gone a lot better for most of them, so I got a lot less kills than I might have wanted. And... yeah, we'll see what that does for the score, but the battle's over. Anyway, that's my high virtue run, and hope to be able to have shown off some of the new stuff, at least in the last 2 episodes. Yeah, this is all done before. Yes, get another gold Armilla, and we're gonna retire once again. Yeah, steer the axis. Let's take a look at what this does for our score here. Alright, 1899. 4899. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, that went okay. I guess, yeah, it's so far, you can see here, Phoenix 6, you know, it shows that indeed I've already gotten a few extra runs under my belt. What's the difference between this and that score? Well, I got 1 more silver Armilla, 1 less bronze. Maybe I killed a few more guys. I don't think so. 11 militiamen on that one. This one only 6, for example. So that already shows quite a difference. 5 castratus, and in that run I had only 4. Okay. Well, either way, that was pretty much it. I don't know when I'm gonna do my low virtue run. Actually, maybe I can just leave those alone entirely. I can just talk about it for a little bit. What happens if you do a low virtue run? Well, the things that I've noticed at the very least is that, first of all, you have this event in one of the episodes where I get killed. You kill those guys, and if you... I've actually done this off screen once. If you kill those 2 soldiers, you just keep going on. Then once you move into the tent with the guy to get some loot, I forgot his name, you can actually kill the guy instead of just sharing the loot. And then later on, the biggest problem that I had with this was that once you get to the point in the game where I was talking about the awareness and the quickness check, they were very difficult to pass. If you play as a low virtue character, then your character will by default say that he will not sacrifice or his life for a random stranger. And he will never be able to make it in time to save him. Thus, making it so that you will not be able to get the civic crown. Because your character says, like, look, I'm just not going to do this for some random person I don't know. As a regular or high virtue character, they actually will. They will just indeed selflessly throw themselves on the enemy. But your low virtue character says, nah, I can't do this, even though he could have easily beaten those characters. I assume it works the same for the second battle for a civic crown, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, there are some definite negative effects to doing a low virtue run. You could do it, but you know, just the cash is worthless. You don't need it. You really don't. By the time that you're purposely playing like this, you don't need that. So I don't know what you would be doing a low virtue run for, to be honest. Like it doesn't get you anything beneficial, really. Yeah, you get some extra events, and those are nice. But at least it's nice to have some extra story, but it doesn't really help you in building your character or anything, really. So, yeah, that kind of hits you in the score, I think. Either way, this was my my LP of a Legionary's life. I'm coming back to this game once we hit the Macedonian campaign, so once that comes out, I'm definitely gonna pick this back up. Maybe I can do my low virtue run at that point. It might still be interesting to show that off, but I think I'm gonna do that once the Macedonian campaign hits, and not now, because then I can keep playing in one consecutive run there. So I think that would be much more interesting, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you in one of my other LPs. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.